Hello po, good morning. It's me again, and as I promised last week, I'm going to show you how to propagate the Tradescantia tricolor. And as you can notice, I am doing this in a bit of English because some of my friends here in Australia and even my husband, who is an Australian, are asking me how to please do my blogging in English. So I'm going to do that right now with a bit of Tagalog as well for all my followers who are in the Philippines. So good morning once again, and I am doing this with my bunso, my youngest son, who is now here with me because he doesn't have to work for today, and this is how we do our moments together when he is not working. So I'm going to show you guys the propagation of the Tradescantia in tricolor. I'm going to start with my cuttings. Anna, can you show me? And before that, I'm going to show you how to do it, and I'm going to cut a bit of what I'm going to propagate today. It's very easy. The more you cut the Tradescantia,
Ang hirap naman sabihin. Try this.
it's going to be more beneficial because it tends to grow bushy and it's going to grow thicker. Because I'm going to show you, Anna, can you comment? This is one of the. Can you focus on this one so they would know the tricolor? This is one of the most popular plants here in Australia, and it's very hard to find. I just managed to grab this one particular plants in one of my very what do you call this? I just went to one garden show and I managed to grab this. Came with a very small pot that I probably paid $35 for it. And it's a very little pot like this, and it has a bit of stems in it, and it's really very small. So I managed to propagate this Tradescantia right now. I have a few of it, and this is the very first propagation that I did a couple of months ago, as you can see.
Too close, Mom.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is how I do it, and as you can see, it's very thick and very bushy. The more I cut into it, the more it grows, the more it propagates into something more stem, and it is really nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a bit on this one, and I'm going to replant it.
See, there's another one here.
Yes, and I just did it a couple of months ago. So I probably had this replanted maybe a month or two. So this is how it all goes. So what I'm going to do, the more I'm going to cut here, the more it becomes bushy. So I'm going to cut a few stems here, which is what I'm going to do and replant. So yeah. Don't feel sorry that I'm cutting it because it is going to be more beneficial in the long run.
How?
Because it's going to spread more. It's going to grow a lot of more stems in it. Just like this one here. So this is what this one here, this all here comes from this plant. So that's what happened when you try to trim it. And also that one there. I have two more pots here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut here. And as you can see, there's more here. There's one more pot here. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut more. And it's going to be thicker and bushier. Alright, so this is the Tradescantia tricolor. I wanted to make sure that I have a handful here that is what I'm going to replant. As I said in my garden in one of my previous videos, we tend to invest on the plants that we are buying, but we forget on how important it is to focus on the potting mix. So what I'm using is the premium potting mix, superior potting mix from Osmocote. This is just locally purchased in Bunnings, and this is what I'm using. And if I'm going to get some soil, I tend to cover my face because there's a lot of harmful ingredients in this potting mix that I don't want to inhale, so I try to cover my nose. And I'm going to put a bit of soil. So what I'm going to use is this available pot that I have here. So I'm just going to put a bit of this soil. As I said, we have to invest in a good potting mix. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to put this Tridascantia tricolor. Here, what I'm going to do is remove a bit of those leaves and make sure that this one here has enough Yep, that's how you do it. Very easy. I don't want to waste any stem at all. So whatever stem there is, I can just insert it inside the soil. And then after so this is how I do it. As you can see, I just inserted it in this pot. And then after a while, this is how it's going to look. So after a while, this is how it's going to look. This, I propagated this a couple of weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, 4 weeks ago. So 2 months time, this is how it's going to look.
4 weeks ago, 1 month's time.
Yeah, 1 month. 1 month. So after a month, this is how it's done and how it's going to look. So another propagating pot, which turns out to be like this. So this is the Tridascantia tricolor, and a beautiful indoor and outdoor plants that you can enjoy having in your garden. Okay, so that's one thing. And as you can see, you can propagate this and make sure that if you wanted to make it as a business, you'll be able to enjoy having this in your garden and be able to share it with your friends and
Or sell it.
or sell it. Maybe you can. Yeah, that's beautiful to have that kind of plant. So this is the Tridascantia tricolor, and this is how simple it is to propagate. And you will be rewarded with beautiful colors and beautiful. You can have it as many pots as you like, as long as it's growing beautifully, and you'll be able to have this done properly. It's very easy. There's no special thing to do, but just to do it the way I did it, and that's how I usually manage to do it. So that's it. I hope you enjoy my propagating session with the Tridascantia tricolor, and I'll see you on my next video. Thank you so much for being with me, and I hope you did enjoy the video. Thank you.